Welcome to the Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today, we're going to talk about why this is one of the smartest decisions you can make and why I cannot sell it. As far as SUVs go, this is top of the line stuff here, and you're going to see why and what we're talking about. Value, the aspects, the capabilities, everything like that. So let's stick around here and talk about this Cherokee Trailhawk. This is a 2020 Cherokee Trailhawk and what makes it so amazing. First of all, understand that the one you're looking at here, I was going to do this after I had it all done, but my wife wants to go to the movies in a half hour, so we're going to get this done before I finish it up, and then I'm going to pull it in the garage. It's going to get waxed because it's time for hunting season to start, and this is my hunting vehicle, my work vehicle, everything. It is a 2020. I've owned it for a year. It has 40,000 miles on it. I put 40,000 miles a year on a vehicle, and I've had this for, it'll be 1 year next, in 2 weeks. It'll be 1 year, and I'm at like 39,000 miles. So understand what I've done to this too, though. The only mods I have done to this is I put a Hazard Sky 1.5 inch lift on here. It is just a spacer lift, real simple. It was only like $200, real easy to put on, only took a couple hours. And then I put some Falcon Wild Peak. These are 265, where's the numbers right there, 265 70 265 65 17s is what I got on here. 265 65 17s, and basically what this does is it ends up giving you it's a 31 by 1050 is what this size is on here. It's like 31.4 by 1050, and basically, though, it's the biggest tire I can fit in here. This is as tight as it gets on here with this. I mean, you can't really go much bigger. It's pretty tight in there. Some people can go a smidge taller, but this is the setup that I kind of went with here, and it's been fantastic for me. This has been an incredible vehicle. Keep in mind that we hunt. We live in the woods. We are always in the woods. We travel through the woods. I hunt Georgia. I hunt Missouri, Kansas. I hunt a lot of places every year, and I do it out of this. Okay, this thing is incredible off-road. It's absolutely incredible. It's one of the things that makes it so great. When we start talking about SUVs that are off-road capable, we really only have three. Okay, there's only three vehicles out there that compare in an SUV. Remember, if you get into the full-size things like full-size pickup trucks like my Ram 2500 over here, you start talking F-150s, you start talking Tahoes, things like that. They're too big to go in a lot of stuff. You Western guys, you're probably fine. Here in the East, and anything this side east of the Mississippi, you cannot really do that because the trails are so tight and so narrow that you can't be in there with that. And then when you start talking about approach angles and departure angles, and you start talking about breakover angles, that Ram 2500 that's on 35s is near impossible to use. Whoops, too far. Is near impossible to use in the woods. This thing here can't go a third of the places that this thing here can. I have, with this setup that we're talking about, so really in the off-road world, or overlanding or capable or trail adventure, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we don't do any rock climbing or anything like that, but this does. But for us, we want capability in the woods, power lines, mudded out power lines, rutted out trails, hills, things like that kind of stuff that we're adventuring through. This is more than capable. This thing is incredible. Why? Because it has rear lockers. It's got actual four-wheel drive low mode, so you got a 4 low mode. It's got auto on it, which auto four-wheel drive, which is nice as well too. So like when my wife's driving it in the winter, if all of a sudden we hit some bad parts of the road, we don't have to shift this into four-wheel drive ourselves. It does it as soon as it feels any wheel slippage. But yet you still have 4 low capability and a rear locker and your goat modes and your off your mud and your sand and your rock and your sport and all that stuff. Absolutely amazing. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Keep in mind that this thing, so you have this vehicle here, you have a Grand Cherokee, which is just a little bit bigger, and you have the Toyota 4Runner, and you have the Jeep Wrangler. Those are really your only options in an SUV, and I like an SUV a lot. So if those are your only options, we start considering this is only 7.5 inches shorter than a 4Runner. It actually has more ground clearance is the way I have it set up than a 4Runner. The way I have it set up right now, it comes from the factory with about 8.6 or 8.7 inches of ground clearance underneath there, which is huge. That's more than I get on that Ram over there. But this has got 8.6 or 8.7 inches of ground clearance, plus I got a 1.5 inch lift. Since there is no differential under here, it takes the whole thing up with that lift. So my 1.5 inch lift takes me from 8.5 to 10. And then my 1.5 bigger tires takes me up another 3/4, because you divide that. So I'm at like 10, I'm at 10 3/4 inches of ground clearance. I have more ground clearance by an inch over what you get on a Toyota 4Runner. And I'm in the ballpark of a Wrangler Rubicon, not just a regular, like a Wrangler Sport or Willys or anything like that. So this thing is more than capable. It is incredible. The price of it, absolutely phenomenal, okay? Cost of ownership for me for this thing, about $220 a month. Now, when I say that, that means that I buy it. I bought, so let's say if I were buying a new one today, if you were, because that's probably who's watching this, if you were going out to buy this vehicle today and you learn the stuff that I teach in my Save Thousands course, which there's a link down below for you, but that Save Thousands course will teach you everything you need to know about getting these vehicles at the right prices. Well, that Save Thousands course, so you buy this for, let's say you could get it for $28,500, and this is a Trailhawk, fully loaded. But you get it for $28,500, and then you drive it for 2 years like I do. If you put as many miles, I mean, think about it from my perspective. 40,000 miles a year. So 2 years, I'm going to put 80,000 miles on it, and I'm going to dump it. I paid $28,500. If I sell it for $23,500, then with 80,000 miles, it would only be 2 years old. So that kind of helps you there. So it's very doable. Sticker price on this thing's like $37,000 and some change. So you can end up getting, so it costs you about $5,000. Divide 5,000 by 2 years, 24 months, and you're coming in about $210 a month is what it cost me to actually drive this. Gas mileage wise, phenomenal. Even with the bigger tires and the lift on there, I'm still getting 23 on the highway. That's amazing. 23 on the highway, and I do a lot of highway driving. Rated for 4,500 pound hitch weight. You can see I have that hitch on there. I pull this trailer loaded up with 3,000 pounds. This thing's maxed out, 2,900 and something pounds here for this trailer with all my pressure washing stuff, all my gear, everything in this trailer fully decked out, plus all the fluid weights. So like I said, it's about 3,000 pounds. I pull it with this all day long, and not only does it do incredible, if I'm towing that trailer with the ladder racks, everything on there, this is going to sound crazy, but if I tow that trailer with this, I still get about 12 miles per gallon, and I get about 12 miles per gallon towing the same trailer with that big diesel. So this thing is insane when it comes to gas mileage and efficiency with that 9-speed trans. It's just, I'm telling you, it's incredible. And very affordable. Then you put a hitch carrier on the back. You can do anything you want to there. These racks, I did a video review on it. They were $50 for a pair, and they work perfect. Let me put my kayaks up there, anything I want to. Fully decked out. You got tons of room. You are, like I said, only 7 inches shorter than a 4Runner. This is stuff that's going to go in there. I just got done cleaning out. And then what else is nice is with this one, when you lay those seats down flat back here, because again, I hunt out of this, I camp, all that kind of stuff. So when I lay these seats down flat here, I can sleep across this whole back end. I stick my backpack right here, and my head goes right on my backpack, and I can fit in here. I'm 5'6", a little over 5'6", and I can go all the way and not have my feet hit the tailgate. So I can actually sleep comfortably back here, where the 4Runner's got like a 3-inch dip and hit. This is nice and flat all the way through. So this is a beautiful setup with that 60-40 split, so I can leave that one up if I want, sleep on that one. But so comfortable and so much room in this thing, so it's got so much capability. Now here's another really, really nice feature that I like a lot. We're going to throw this stuff over here for the sake of this part, but on a 4Runner, which is also the other vehicle that I'm considering, that's high on my list, but looking at the 4Runner puts the spare tire underneath the vehicle. So there's no storage anywhere in a 4Runner. There is absolutely nothing. Maybe a little pocket like this, but that's it. There's nothing in there. We get in here because they put the spare tire in here. So underneath here, look at all the space I get to store all my stuff. Full size. I got shovels. Look at all the straps. I got things that go all the way down under there. I am fully loaded with gear in here. I've shown you what I carry in it in another video, but I have all of that fitting in here nice and tucked away and clean, where in a 4Runner, you don't have any of that kind of room. And in a Wrangler, you don't have that room because you don't have any of those kind of options to put that stuff anywhere. So you're really limited. So it doesn't give you a tremendous amount of capability. Now, the Grand Cherokee, I don't know if it's the same way in there or not. That Grand Cherokee is not something that I have really paid much attention to. So I don't know for sure. But this one, the bang for the buck on this vehicle is tremendous. I mean, what you get, the capabilities of this, if you don't believe this thing is capable, then you need to go look, Google it on YouTube. Go look at like Fearless Trailhawk. Go look at a few of these guys and watch, just type in, Cherokee Trailhawk Off-Road and watch some of this stuff. It will blow your mind what this thing is capable of. So it's a great everyday commuter, which I need. It's great off-road, which I need. It's a great hunting rig, which I need. I take my jet sled, showing you this in other videos, drop the seats down, slide my jet sled right in there. Any deer and animals I get, pigs, I throw them right into that jet sled and slide them right up in here. Look how easy that is to just set that front of that jet sled and just shove it right in there. You can see the marks here from me sliding my jet sled in and out of there. Okay, real simple, works like a champ. But this thing is absolutely indestructible. I mean, this thing is just a little beast, and the value of it is incredible, and your return on investment is not bad. Now a 4Runner will hold its value better. But the 4Runner, you're going to pay $12,000, $13,000 more for an off-road edition, TRW or TRD off-road, and you're also you're going to sacrifice about 4 miles per gallon all the time driving, which comes out to be, for me, about $160 a month is what that comes out to, an extra fuel cost to run that. So like I said, there's a lot of advantages to something like this. This is an incredible vehicle. Factory LED headlights, high and low beam. You don't get that you can't get that unless you go to a TRD Pro. You don't get that on a Wrangler unless you pay like $1,800 for that extra option. Here you get them for free. Your tow hooks are up nice and high. On the 4Runner, they're tucked underneath, so when you're stuck in the mud, you got to get in the mud and get under there and find that one little loop that's down there, where here we got 2 big, bold, up high tow hooks on there, which make it really nice. Here they also put the tow hook in the back again, up high where you can get to it, not buried down underneath this thing where you got to fight under there to find it. So they give you that option. The trailer hitch is up nice and high too, which I like. Now notice I had to put this big drop hitch on there to be able to pull my trailer, but I like that because the hitch is high. When I put a hitch carrier rack on here, I can actually run that in the woods and I don't have to worry about it bottoming out or hitting anything, because that thing is so high off the ground that it's not going to bottom out. So like I said, so many tremendous advantages to the capabilities of this Trailhawk. Fully just incredible. I can't say enough good things about it. Beautiful interior, easy to clean up. All I did is vacuum this so far. I got a lot of cleaning to do in this thing. But it's got all the things that you want, and it's just quality everywhere. Leather stitchings on everything, all kinds of hidden pockets here. You got pockets everywhere, secret stash pockets. I got an extra charger here, down here, but you got tons and tons of storage in this thing every place. Underneath the seats, you got as much headroom as this thing. I think it's only like 1 inch shorter than an actual 4Runner as far as interior headroom. And actually, I think overall height, I was looking at the numbers, on a 4Runner is only 2 inches taller than this whole thing. So like I said, it may look nice and compact, but this thing is actually, it's a beast comparatively. This thing is incredible. But all kinds of little secret pockets, gizmos. I put a spare key right in there, so I got one with me in this little hidden compartment here. But like I said, just incredible little vehicle. This thing is awesome. Don't underestimate it. And if you're looking to buy one, I can't say enough good things about it. I usually buy a vehicle and I sell it every year. Okay, that's what I've been doing for the last few years. And if you guys follow my podcast and stuff, you know that, because I'm putting 40,000 miles a year on it. So I have it down to a system on when to buy it, how much to buy it for, when to sell it, how much to sell it for, what my cost of ownership is, and how to maximize that. I have it down to a science so that my out-of-pocket expenses for brand new vehicles every year is, like I said, about $200 a month. $225 a month is what it cost me. I teach you that stuff in that Save Thousands course. This, I should be getting rid of right now because I've had it for a year. I should be getting out of this and getting rid of it. I can't do it. I can't let it go. I love it. I straight up love everything about this and what it does. Now, will I probably sometime within the next year? Yeah, when I find the right deal and if I get another one of these, which is highest on my list is just to buy another one. I may go to a 4Runner just for something different. 4Runner fits into that cost value because of the resale capabilities, but I honestly believe this is more beneficial for me. On a 4Runner, I got to spend $3,500 in a suspension lift and tires and all the stuff I got to do to it to get it to be as capable as what this is, in my opinion. Again, everybody has their own thoughts. Some people are going to say, that's nowhere near as capable as a 4Runner. I'm not rock crawling, okay? I'm not running it in Moab, okay? I'm running a bunch of really tight trails, and I'm running a bunch of, mudded out power lines and hills and things like that, and this thing is a beast. That approach angle right there, this is that angle in the front right here. How steep that is, this thing will climb like a billy goat. The short wheelbase that's on here means that your breakover angle in the middle is very acceptable. It's incredible. And your amazing departure angle here means that this thing will climb stuff and go over things and through stuff that would blow your mind without hanging up. The fact that it is independent front and rear suspension means that there is no differential hanging down underneath this thing, okay? Everything is nice and tight and tucked in there good, and it is pure skid plate from front to back. There is no vehicle available today. No vehicle available today from the factory that has more underbody protection than a Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. This thing is solid steel skins all the way under this whole thing. It's like a sled under there. It is indestructible as far as that stuff goes. So everything about this little dude is just incredible. And the money factor, you cannot beat it. I mean, like I said, for that kind of price to have that kind of capability, seat 6 people in there, go enjoy stuff. Another thing, okay, when I tow with this, when I hook that trailer up and I tow with this, I only get about a 1/2 inch of sag in the back end, which is incredible. Everybody I know that tows a trailer with like a 4Runner or a Wrangler, okay, they have to beef up the springs in the back because they're sagging like this because of the fact that they don't have that capability. This thing, I'm telling you, I don't have to do anything to it. It is only thing you do is you buy this, you put a little lift on it. Like I said, I used a Hazard Sky 1.5 inch. They make a 2, they make a 3, whatever you want, but 1.5 is all I needed to clear these tires and gives me above that 10 inch. I'm 10 3/4 inches of ground clearance, which is amazing. And but so you get that set up. So Hazard Sky lift and the tires. So really, I buy this and I put $600 into it between the tires, the lift, and the roof racks. And I sold the original tires that were on it right away when I bought it, so I got good money. So it was like $600 upgrade. If I were to buy, for example, that 4Runner, like I said, I'm going to pay $12,000 more, and I'm going to have to put $3,500 into it in tires, body mount chop mods to get to 33s on there that I would want. I'm going to drop down to, I'm going to go from 23 miles a gallon on the highway down to about 15, 16 miles per gallon on the highway. I may even need to re-gear that 4Runner. Like I said, there's a lot of pros and cons to everything. Okay, that 4Runner is very impressive to me. But this, I cannot get away from this. I cannot convince myself to go list this for sale and go buy one yet. Why? Because this thing is the most capable SUV I have ever seen. I don't think there's anything out there that is comparable when you count all the check boxes: price, value, capability, gas mileage, functionality, resale, all that stuff. Now, resale, like I said, the Toyota is obviously better. A Wrangler would be better. But I'm telling you, this thing checks all of the boxes and gives it all to you for a very affordable price, and the capability is unbelievable. So if you're looking at a Cherokee Trailhawk, this is something that's worth considering. In my opinion, there is not a better off-road SUV available today. Now, there's others in the past, like the original Cherokee was amazing. The Xterras in the day. Like I said, there were some great ones back then, but that stuff's gone now. It's not available brand new. And if you're looking for brand new, I honestly think that a Cherokee Trailhawk is a sleeper. LED front high beam, low beams, LED fog lights that actually when you turn the wheels they kick on even if you got your brights on, so they work as ditch lights. The skid plates everywhere, capabilities it has in it, great motor that's proven reliable, tow hooks, front, rear differential lock, low mode. I mean, I could go on and on like I did. I'm telling you, incredible. Don't rule it out. Don't think of it as just a mall crawler or anything like that. This thing is an absolute little beast. It's like a little billy goat, and the capabilities, and also very good quality floor mats to cover everything and keep all your crap in there straight from the factory. Okay, don't have to go to WeatherTech and spend another $150 or anything like that. Like I said, the cost to own this thing is incredible. This thing is phenomenal. I did add some, you can see, because I tow all the time, I put these little blind spot mirrors on there so that I can, because I'm towing with it. But this thing is just a absolute little beast. I've done other videos on it, but this one, I cannot sell it. I'm having a heck of a time trying to get out of it. And I normally, like I said, I'm breaking tradition. Usually every year, right now, it is time. I got 40,000 miles on it. Get rid of it. Go buy something new and make it happen. The reason I cannot is because I cannot decide to buy, if I want to buy another one of these exactly, or if I want to go buy, a Forerunner. I cannot, this thing will not let me let it go. It just won't. It's that good. And that doesn't happen to me very often. I try to not get emotionally attached. So if you're looking for one, that's what I'm trying to give you as the advice and my opinion on it. Flawless. 40,000 miles. The suspension is still super tight. Not a rattle, not a clink, not a clank. It's never been in for warranty. I've never had one problem with it. I have a 100,000 mile warranty on it from Chrysler that I bought afterwards when I bought it. And I got that 100,000 mile warranty for $1,900. So I have that capability. So I might even just drive it for one more year and dump it after 80,000 miles. I might keep it and then throw it down in Georgia and leave it as a car down to have in my house in Georgia, and then buy another one for here. I don't know, but it will not let me sell it. It will not let go of me, and it's incredible. So if you're looking for something like that, can't say enough good things about it. Thanks for watching.